Wow, that was kind of strange. It just all of a sudden the button popped up to pop on to be able to broadcast this. So we're glad that we're not going to have these technical difficulties holding us back today. So again, my name is Melody. I want to welcome all of you here. It's always good to see your smiling faces. And I just want to let you know that I'm so proud of each and every one of you. Watching you go through the training and seeing the results that you're getting for yourself personally, but being able to pass on this valuable content to other people and create success for yourself is pretty awesome. I am so thrilled to be able to surround myself with so many positive and uplifting people. I just want to go ahead and recognize a few of you, and I know I want some of the leaders here to be able to recognize their team too. So, Doug, first I'm going to start with you because, you know, I always kind of put you last because I don't want people to think that I'm playing favorites. So I'm going to call you out first up here. If you can unmute your microphone and tell me what does it feel like to be Diamond?
It's very exciting. I enjoy it. I get to go on the Diamond Call on Fridays. That's pretty special. And I'm in the companionship with Scott, who's been there for 2 months, and yourself and a few others. And it's really nice. My team is very busy this week, though, and probably won't be able to make it onto the call till next week. They're in and out of town right now. But yeah, it's fun. I'm a couple away from Double Diamond now, and pretty soon I'll be knocking on your back door.
Well, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, drive that check through the ceiling, huh?
Well, you know, it really isn't so much about the check, and you know that's where I come from more than anything. It's really seeing people hit those milestones for themselves and finding that growth for themselves and being able to really plug in and change their own lives from Robert's training and mentoring. That's just phenomenal, and I thank you for sharing. And I'm really proud of you, and I'm proud of your team. I mean, Amber and Rachel and David. I'm so excited to have them part of us. And then we've got Pete and we've got Tyler on the team. So that's really exciting to be able to know what their journeys can be. And then we have Mr. Scott Kloster, who is just a rock star in himself. And when I talk about that personal growth, I can't help but to focus on Scott because Scott and I have known each other for 7 years now, and I have seen so much growth in Scott in just the last few months. Just the last few months, especially the last 30 days. And I'm really super proud of you, Scott, and I know you've got some amazing leaders growing on your team, so I want to kind of pass this off to you and tell everybody what you're doing to get the success that you have to be one of the top income earners with unlimited profits. But it's just, for me, it's more exciting to see you grow. So what are you doing, Scott, and what's going on your team?
Thanks a lot, Melody. Well, when I decided to make the decision to actually listen to what you were saying is what really started changing, and starting to listen to what you say as far as pointing people back to the videos, because you really have to listen to what people are saying and then just point them back to a video. And I had the hardest time dealing with that and not doing it. So that's the biggest thing I've been doing and focusing on the team. I'm super proud of Susan. She just hit Diamond. She got to be on the first show last week. Super proud of that. you know, Dina, she's really driving in depth, and I'm really excited about that because, you know, it doesn't take getting a lot of people. It just takes about getting the right couple of people. And Dina, you know, Dr. Linda, you know, she just became pro last week, so, you know, I'm super excited. I got to do a hangout with her today, and, you know, it's just really pointing people in the direction and telling them to go back to a video like I told Dr. Linda today, like, day number 14 is the personality. I really think that people really need to understand people and learn their personality. So that's what I really am focusing on and pointing back people to the video. And also Martha's on here too. She's doing awesome with building, you know, but we just got to build quicker, I think, like, and not spend so much time with like people in like small things like their dog dying or something like that. You know, that's not important. It's about, hey, and if people can't watch a 7-minute video, move on to the next person. You know, and just keep moving on to new people. Don't focus on so many people that are not going through the information. Just go to new people. So that's my 2 cents, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, it was more valuable than 2 cents, I will tell you, Scott. Thank you so much for sharing, and I want to thank you for being here because I know you're so busy with your team growth right now, and I want you to know how much I appreciate you, and I am glad that you started listening. I am glad that you got that pop. That's one of the most exciting parts of my life because you've been able to introduce our team to some wonderful, wonderful people, and when I say that, I look down at Susan because Susan is just so radiant there. I am so proud of Susan and the achievements that she's been able to make, and more importantly, I'm just so thrilled to be able to call her my friend and my business partner. Susan, what's going on?
Well, there's a lot that's going on, and for the first time, I'm working with people that have a job outside, and they're doing this, and they're the ones that are going through the training, which is so great. And again, Scott, thank you so much, because there was a trouble. There was a day where I was just kind of having some trouble, and he goes, watch day 1 of the mentorship, and it helped.
Right. Yeah, it does help, and that's one of the things that we all have to need to recognize from the first time we start with this. We don't need to know everything. We don't have to go through all of the training before we can help other people. We just have to be able to point, guide, and direct. And if you don't know where to point, guide, or direct yet because you're brand new, you have got to realize that you're on one of the best teams there are because you've got people like Scott and myself and Danielle that you can point to us and utilize us because we get to do this full time. We're at that level to where we can just do this full time while other people have jobs and things outside of the home. You can always utilize us. That's what we're here for. That's what I've committed myself to, is just to be able to help everybody else build their teams and to get the information and to point, guide, and direct. And we're not going to sit here and we're not going to do a training. We're not going to be trying to duplicate something that Robert has already put into the system. We're just going to keep pointing you to it. So with that said, I want to hear from Danielle because Danielle is one of the people that I look up to, and I just love spending time with Danielle every day. Her enthusiasm is so infectious, and that's something that we all need to learn because people want to be around people who are enthusiastic and excited. So Danielle, what's going on?
Hey there, everybody. I'm so excited to be here today. It's lovely seeing some new faces here. Congratulations, Suzanne. I hadn't had a chance to personally say that to you yet. So congratulations. Great to see you here, Dina. Nice to meet Dr. I'm sorry, I didn't get the full name yet. Sorry. And
Dr.
I should have written it. What was that?
Dr. Linda.
Dr. Linda. I will write that down. And great things are happening today. I just wanted to give a really quick shout out to Lou Woodward that's watching us today because she did something this morning. I'm so proud of her. She overcame a fear. She's been wanting to do some live videos, and I set her up in a way that we started talking, and she didn't realize, and I went live broadcast. And then she just kind of naturally flowed. I tell you, you know, Melody, just like you, I love inspiring people and bringing life to them and finding, you know, areas that I can help them. Why? Because I had somebody do that for me. And, you know, I always say thank you to you because Melody dripped on me for a long time, guys. And I'm going to probably say that all the time. It comes out in all my videos when people ask me how I got started. And so just a little reminder that, yeah, sometimes they don't look right away. I was one of those stingy ones that didn't look. But when I looked, oh, my goodness, it's a transformation. I came alive again. I don't think I've felt this good in so long because I truly, genuinely get to share during the day. I'm not pitching somebody or trying to sell them something. And I'm a total yellow. I love helping people and inspiring people. So I'm here for you guys. Anybody here to help out as part of the team, and excited to be here this afternoon.
We're so glad to have you here. And yeah, I too want to give a big shout out to Lou. I'll tell you, Lou has got quite a team building. You know, I know that she has been putting me on and connecting me with people nonstop. And we've got 3 people just in one day that said, I want to be a pro member. And we were able to do the game plans with people and stuff, and they're really excited because once we did that game plan with them, they were able to see that how easy it was going to be to achieve their own goals, why they were here, and to be able to achieve their whys, which is super important. I have not been able to personally meet yet, but I see Dr. Linda here, and I'm going to call you out, Dr. Linda. I want to meet you. I want to say hello and welcome, and I know I posted a welcome to the team on the wall when I saw you come in, but I want to be able to connect with you. Can you unmute your mic? If you put your cursor at the very top of the screen, you'll see where there's a microphone, and you want to unmute it there.
Got it.
You got it?
Yes. Hello and welcome.
Hello. I'm just learning, obviously, the very basics. And Dina and Scott have been awesome in helping me, and I'm very excited to meet with you and would like to have some time with you down the way. Definitely need it. And you are great, great people, and I'm just honored to be here. Thank you.
Well, we're so glad to have you. You're such a great addition to our team, and I'm really excited to be able to sit down and chat with you one-on-one and really get to know more about you. So I just want you to know that I'm here for you. Anytime you need me, I'm here, and just make sure that we're connected. I think I sent you a personal message, by the way, so you might want to check for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Thank you.
just let me know anything that I can do to help you, and that goes for everybody. You know, I just want to say too, for those who are not on here participating with us right now, because we can only get so many people at a time, make sure you look in the chat because the live link to participate with us here is posted there. So if you click on that link, you can join us, and as we get done here with some people, you know, when some people are finished here, we can get you on that link and let some of the other people join us, okay? Because we are growing so fast. I also want to give a big shout out to Randy Spun and his wife Beth. You know, Randy has really been doing a great job in helping his team, and I know he couldn't be here with us today because he's on a cruise. Poor guy. So because they're on this cruise and you know it's hard to get on the internet there, I just want to give a big shout out to Randy because I'm so super proud of him, and just his story alone really inspires me. Somebody who's really struggled with network marketing and never really made any money, and been able to get his first check with us. That was phenomenal. And I know it's the first of many checks. So big shout out to Randy and his team. Again, if anybody is on the other link and just watching, look for that long link, click on it, and come join us, because if anybody has any questions, we want to make sure that we can answer them for you. This is not a time that we want to just, hang out and keep you distracted from doing what you need to do during your day, but it is a time that we just love to be able to connect with all of us and make sure that you see who the team is and you can connect with one another too. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions that's on here right now? I think we've got Amber and Mark watching on the other line. I think I'd love to. I'm sorry. What?
I said, can I ask you a question?
Oh, be nice, Scott.
I'll be very, very
Want me
nice.
to hop off?
What's up, Scott?
What is the secret?
The secret.
You guys got this secret that you guys always say, but I want to know what the secret is.
It's a movie.
That's right, the movie.
That's the movie, all right. I'm just playing, but go ahead.
It's funny that you brought that up, because I have to tell you, I get asked that question probably 4 or 5 times a day by a variety of people in Unlimited Profits. And I like to make myself available for my team. I like to be here for you guys. I've been working most days 4 a.m. till midnight just so I can do that and do these Google Hangouts with people that you want to connect me with. But I do get a little distracted once in a while, but I'm getting hit up and asking people, so Melody, what are you doing? Melody, how did you get to be the #1, that top income earner with Unlimited Profits in your first month, and then again in your second month? I'm going to tell you guys the secret right here, okay? As long as you don't share it with anybody. No, I do want you to share it with everybody. I watch the training. I take notes. I put it into action. Then I had somebody say, but then what did you do next? I watched the training. I took notes, and then I put it into action. But then, Melody, what did you do? I just kept doing the same thing, guys, and that's how I know that if I can do this, anybody can do it. You don't even really need to know how to read. Just push play and play those videos. Listen to them. Take notes on them. That made the biggest difference for me. And I'll tell you, my notes from the first time I've gone through the training to the 6th time I've gone through the training, my notes are completely different because my growth has happened in between there. I'm hearing things for the 6th time, but it's like I'm hearing them for the first time. So you can never say, okay, well, I went through all the training, and now what? You'll never get through all the training and get it all in here. You just really won't. You can't. You have to continue to go through that training, but you have to continue as they give the directions and tell you what to do in those trainings. You must do it in order to get the utmost growth for yourself. And build your confidence like I did. I've been able to build my confidence, my self-esteem, my self-worth with Unlimited Profits. And that's been an incredible journey for me so far, and I know it's not over. I know my journey has just begun, and that's one of the things that really, really excites me, is because my future has just got so many things in it that I never saw before. The possibilities are endless, and I know, Danielle, you and I talk about this all the time because what I said, I look to Danielle, I look to Danielle because Danielle's been in this profession for a long time. She has a lot of the personal development knowledge. If I say a quote or say, who said this, and and she can tell me who it was and from what book it was from or whatever. She just knows what it is. So I learned a lot from her, but it's really incredible that I'm the one that introduced this to her. See, what I learned early on, guys, is I share with people that I figure are better than me, right? Instead of sharing with people that I feel like, oh, I'm comfortable talking to this person because I think I know a little bit more about a little bit more than this person. No, I share with people that are better than me, and that's why I get the quality of people that I get, like Danielle. Danielle, pop out here with me for a second.
Sure.
So, do you remember that conversation?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, what I want everybody to realize is I didn't really do anything special with you.
No, you didn't.
But what I did with you is I made a habit of doing it with everybody that I talked to. And part of the things that's special about Danielle and our relationship is we were friends. We were Facebook friends. We had met a couple of times in person, but for many years we kind of lost contact there, but we remained Facebook friends. And we continued. She did the same thing to me, to check in on each other periodically.
Mm-hmm.
And Danielle already had a company she was with and she was really happy with, but she was extremely, extremely busy. So anytime that I shared anything with her about Unlimited Profits, she was too busy to look at. And I kept telling her, Danielle, you wouldn't believe how much more time I have because of this. And then finally what happened, Danielle?
I had a need, and things changed. And, you know, that's why even when somebody tells you that they're doing fantastic, fabulous, they don't have time, still drip on them. Be the most consistent, positive person in other people's lives is what I always say to people, because circumstances change. In fact, just the other day, I had somebody that I would consider above me come to me, and I flipped it on him. And I told him I was working with Robert, which I really, you know, you guys, it's so easy to tell people I'm working with one of the top networkers in the world. I don't know, and I know some pretty sharp people in this industry. I don't know too many that have a track record like Robert's. Did you realize he's helped 45 people? It's going to be 47 pretty soon that have become millionaires. Can you even tell me anybody that you know that's done that with 5? And it stumps them every time. They're like, every single time. And so it's value, though. And so I shared it with this particular person. He's been going nuts in it. And now he's asking, how can I incorporate this into what I'm doing with my team right now? Because, man, I can see that this could save me so much time having a point-to system. And it's not the Eric Worre, and there's taking nothing away from Eric Worre because I love Eric Worre, but Robert's system is so complete. It is the best training system I've ever seen, and it's the way it's designed. And so, you know, it's that confidence level, and I had a need for something. I was going through a transition. My business was falling apart. I'm being very transparent here. I've lost 3/4 of my income from my previous business. I didn't know how to save it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have the right leadership to help me because it was a bunch of amateurs trying to teach amateurs. So I didn't have guidance. And I also recognized that I wanted to brand myself in a different way. And so I had a definite need. And in talking to Melody, she just continuously, consistently stayed very positive, dripping on me. And I finally mentioned it to her. And she says, Danielle, I've been trying to tell you all this time about Robert's program. Will you please commit and take a little look? I finally committed. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stop being stubborn. I will at least go look for her, and then she'll leave me alone. And I mean, seriously, that's where a lot of people might be, but I just said, I'm going to go take a look at this. And I looked at like 2 or 3 videos, and I'm blowing up her phone. I'm blowing up her. I got to talk to you on the phone. I need to. We started doing a lot of this kind of stuff, hangouts and things, and talking. I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, this has been a missing element, and I didn't even realize that this was part of who I truly, genuinely am. And I've actually put my other business so far on a back burner. It's so far on the back of the stove, it's ridiculous, because I resonate with helping people. I lost a lot of income because I am the type of person that loves to work and help people and motivate people. And what a better system to point them to, because Robert, that's what Robert's all about, and now we can share that. So that's a little bit there, Melody.
Well, Danielle, what was the first thing that I shared with you, or the thing that got your attention? What was that one thing that I shared with you that got your attention?
Actually, I think there was more than one. It was your interview with Robert, kind of impressed me quite a bit, even though I knew you knew him. Just for you to get the time for him to interview with you was big for me. That he gave away so much free training. I've never seen anybody that's a considered leader of his level give away free training the way he does. He's so generous, it's ridiculous. And it was the system. And then the other thing, too, that probably even more was she actually even also got me on a Google Hangout with Robert himself. And just those different things, and giving me books, and just little things. I'm talking to Robert, and he's going, have you read The Science of Getting Rich? Did you know that's the book from the movie The Secret? And if you guys haven't watched The Secret, I got to tell you, my kids started watching this like 12 years ago. And it looped in my house. I used to have this ridiculous sound system throughout my whole house. It was looping through my house. My 13-year-old, my oldest, that's 25 now, when he was 13, kids would come over to our house to hang out, and he'd say, no, we need to see if you can be part of our associations. You have to come watch this movie. They had it going I'm trying to tell you guys, this movie is powerful. And it's shame on you if you've been told and you haven't done it yet. I'm going to say that because once you do, you will understand why Melody and I talk about it so much. There are times where I loop it at night before I go to bed. Your subconscious will still hear it. If you are so tied up that you don't have time during the day, put it on YouTube. It's free on YouTube. It's on there, the complete movie. It's on Netflix also. And go in there and start watching it, and you watch. I was looking for the law of attraction. I was watching The Secret before I was talking to Melody. I kept seeing my social media on Google growing, and I didn't know how to turn it into a brand for myself. I didn't know how to make it make money for me. And it was all the law of attraction asking, and Melody was the law of attraction, and I kept telling myself, I am not paying attention. I know there's something there, and it was because of the movie partly too, because of what it teaches you in there, that you ask and you will be given abundantly. But then it's your actions that follow up with that, and that's where Melody comes in. And she's a master. I tell her this all the time. She gives me all this praise. I'm going, no, you're the one that needs all this praise because you're so awesome. I just love watching you growing right now, the way you're handling a team. You're such a phenomenal leader. And all of us are very, very blessed to have Melody as our leader. I genuinely mean that. She has a way of doing things, her style that is, it's not abrasive, it's very loving, it's very direct when it needs to be, but it's done in such a way that if you will pay attention to what she's saying, it's the same thing, I had to get things wired straight, even what Scott was saying, that you will learn here. So it's all those things, Melody.
Well, thank you. You know, you make me blush. So I love you to death. Is there anything anybody else wants to say, or does anybody want to pop on live with us? Because I know we've probably got Paul and Janine out there, and some of the others, and Amber, and you know, I just want to make sure everybody has a chance to pop on here with us before I go on. There's something that I really wanted to share with you guys, and I've been making notes for myself because I was thinking about, Doug, you want to say something?
Yeah, I'll pop off so somebody can pop on.
There's room. Other people can get on here.
Okay. I'll wait.
You know, Dina disappeared on us. I would have liked to have heard from Dina, too. And Martha, where did Martha go?
Difficulties. Let me try to get Dina back. Hold on.
What kind of doctor is Dr. Linda? You have to unmute yourself.
There?
There we go.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, originally I taught in the hospital, the nursing program. And then, like life, we keep learning and learning. I went back to school and got my doctor of acupuncture Chinese medicine in China and Canada. And then, 20,000 years later, I finally did a PhD in naturopathy, and I'm still learning. And what is so hilarious, Scott will verify this, and Dean, if she were on, like when I'm here, I'm at like kindergarten, ground level here, like I'm just learning to unmute and things like that. So I'm really in kindergarten here, and that's why I'm so thankful to be here. And thank you for asking.
Well, yeah, thank you for asking, Doug. I was wondering the same thing. I was just not going to call her out now. I was going to talk to her later. So, yeah, Martha, hello, dear.
Hi, Melody. How are you?
What's going on with you?
Um, the same. Going through the game plan and trying to get that goal going.
Okay. So you know that you can connect people with us, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I just want to make sure, and I want to make sure everybody knows that when you guys are sharing your link or you're sharing some information with people, uh, or you see new people going into your leads, make sure you're connecting them with your upline or the sideline or somewhere with Junior or myself or Scott, because we're here to kind of be that little next step. You know, we're not here to twist any arms. We don't need to do that. We don't need to convince anybody, but sometimes, depending on the relationship you have with that person, they won't see value in what you're sharing because they know you personally, or maybe they just don't have, you know, you always need that third party. Like Robert was sharing with us yesterday. We need to use that third party. So make sure, because when I get I start talking to somebody new, and then I can get Junior on a Google Hangout after they've maybe seen the overview or they've seen some information, they've gone through a few of the trainings. I get Junior on a Google Hangout like this, and it's like, oh my gosh, they're ready to go. I don't need to do anything. I joke all the time that, I've got him working for me, because I just sit there and smile and nod and have myself muted and let him talk. And that's the way to do it. That's what's working. So, guys, utilize us. Don't think we're too busy for you. Just schedule with us a time so we can be that third party for you. The one thing I wanted to talk to you about before we get off here, and this is going to end pretty quick. I wanted to talk about our mission statement for Unlimited Profits. You know, Robert says he wants to train, inspire, and mentor 1 million people for free. So our goal is really to get those free members in, right? Not really focus on, who can we get to pro. Not think about, oh gosh, I need 2 more pros to be double diamond, or I need, 2 more pros to be black diamond, whatever it is, just to give it away to as many people for free. But keep the mentality that, this is a gift that you guys are giving. We're not out there trying to be salespeople. We don't want to just give it to somebody who's not going to utilize it. We want to be picky. I learned the hard way to be picky with who I choose to share it with. Yeah, I want to help everybody, but there are some people we can't help. If people are not willing to participate in their own rescue, we can't help them. Maybe we just need to drip on them like I did with Danielle. Just kind of send her a little something once in a while. That's okay. Giving them some content once in a while and letting them see the value, and then have them come back to ask you for it, that's great. So that mission statement, train, inspire, and mentor 1 million people for free. So I was thinking, and I was kind of making notes to myself, and I wanted to kind of pick 12 things that we can do to inspire people. Now, I'm not talking about inspiring our team. I'm not talking about inspiring the world. I'm talking about and not just in our personal lives, but I'm talking about everywhere, everyone, everywhere. This is going to pertain to every part of your life. So, and being that we are probably using Facebook and talking to people and building relationships on there like we should be, this is going to apply there too, okay? So some of the simplest ways to inspire people, the first one is just to be genuine, be yourself. Don't take on another persona that it's so unattractive. I mean, people are going to see through that, and they're going to say, okay, I'm this, I'm this real cool cat here, but it looks like an act. So just be genuine. Just always come from your heart and speak how you feel, but always be respectful of them too. So be genuine. Number 2 is to care about people. Most of us, I won't say all of us, but most of us on our team, we're here about helping people, right? That's what motivates and drives us. So if you're caring, if people see that you care, then they're going to realize that you're not just looking at them as a number, right? The third one, and this one is super important, and I know Danielle and I use this, Doug uses this, Scott uses this, Susan's been using this a lot, to be enthusiastic, because enthusiasm is infectious. I love just to be excited about what I'm doing and not ask somebody to take my link, but to be so enthusiastic for them to ask me for it, right? If you can get somebody to ask you for your link 1, 2, 3 times, by the time you actually give it to them, they're going to go there and they're going to check it out right away. So to be enthusiastic, and that's with everything. I know there are times that we're not real excited about something, but if we keep in mind what we have and this gift that we have, it's hard not to be enthusiastic. It's hard for me to look at the results that I'm seeing in my own life, my personal life, not my bank account, but my personal life, and not be excited. So let that enthusiasm shine through with everybody you talk to. And as always, it's very, very important for us to earn people's trust. We want them to know, like, and trust us, right? So they know that we really care about bettering them, bettering their life when we share the information with them. So earn that trust with people. Something that I found really super important, and it was hard for me to do in the beginning, partly because I didn't grow up with it, but to build other people up. If you notice when I talk about Scott, when I talk about Susan and Danielle, I'm always saying good things about them. And now I'm not really talking about edifying here, like when I'm going to introduce them to somebody, but I'm talking about when you're talking to somebody and you're having a conversation with them, that you really build them up. Let them know, I think that's a great quality you have. Let them know that you appreciate that in them, because it's all about how you make people feel, really. And then number 6, and this is kind of this is something that I was reluctant in bringing up, but I think that I need to. Standing firm. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't let people see you be distracted with little shiny things on the sides, right? Staying focused. I see Susan's just cracking up. She knows what I'm talking about. But let people see that even in worse circumstances, even in your life, that you're firm in your beliefs and your opinions and your commitment to making your life better, to achieving your why. To really stay focused there. And number 7, admit your flaws and your weaknesses. We don't have to pretend like we know everything. That's the beauty of this. I don't know but I should look that up, or let me ask this person. I know they have the answer to the question. It doesn't even necessarily have to pertain to our business, but in life, we don't have to pretend like we know all the answers. It kind of rubs people wrong. But if you want people to be able to relate to you, they're going to go, oh, that person doesn't know all the answers, and I don't know all the answers, so we've got something relatable there. So that's important. And number 8 is to be an active listener. I hear Robert say it all the time. We've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So we should be listening twice as much as we're talking. When we are being an active listener, especially when we're building new relationships with people, it's so important to let people talk. People love to talk about themselves. So we need to learn to love to listen to them. And they're going to feed you so much information about themselves that's going to help you be able to share with them why you are sharing unlimited profits with them, why they can benefit. So finding those hot buttons by being an active listener. Number 9 is really just reaching for the stars. Make your goals bigger than you ever thought. I've been doing a lot of game plans with people, and I'm getting people saying, I just need to make an extra $300 a month. Well, that's great for now, but how about next month? How about in 6 months? Let's reach for the stars. Let's stretch ourselves. Let us help you obtain that. So really reach for the stars. Know that there is no short limit here. You can achieve anything you want if you really put your mind to it. Number 10 is walk with confidence. A lot of that's just going to come from going through the training. I know that that's where I got it. I am still growing. I still have a long ways to go, but if you walk with confidence, people are going to see you as a confident person. Think about what are some of the things that show that you're confident. Well, you're making eye contact with them. You're holding your chin up high. You're not walking around down like this like I used to do, afraid to make eye contact with people. Be confident. Be confident in, if you're not confident in yourself, really, be confident in what you're sharing. Be confident in Robert. Be confident in the training and the mentoring program, because it really is changing lives. And if you don't know some of the stories, then go look them up. Look them up, so that will help you when you're sharing with people. Number 11 is share your influences with your team. Share your influence with people you're talking to. If you know somebody that is just kind of floundering out there, they haven't had any success in their own company, share the Unstuck videos with them. Share Robert's book. That's what I did with Danielle. I shared the book, and she got so excited she read it right away. There are so many things that we can share. I share The Secret with people that are not even from network marketing. I sent it home with my kid because I wanted him to watch it. And then number 12, the last one, is to believe in yourself and others. One of the things that was so important to me is when Robert Hollis Jr. believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. So believe in your team. Believe in the people you're talking to. Let people know that you believe in them and that you are a support for them. It is so critical because, I think if I didn't have that, I don't know that if I would have gone any further, to be honest, because I didn't have anything going on here. I was feeding off of that from Robert. That was so important to me when he said that he believed in me. That carried me through all of those limiting beliefs that I had until I could start shedding them for myself. So that's really, really important. Um, Anything else? Anything anybody wants to add at this point? No? Nope, nope, nope. Okay. I know there was one more thing that I had on my mind that I didn't write down, so now I'm not going to be able to. I'm having a senior moment here. Let me think. Oh, welcoming people to our team, welcoming people into our groups. You know, guys, really make sure that you are welcoming people that understand what you're welcoming them to. Make sure that they know what unlimited profits is. I know we have a lot of people that we've got a little bit of a language barrier there, but you know, yeah, they want to be welcome to the group, but they don't understand what unlimited profits is, because there's so many times that when you welcome them to the group, I'll send them a private message and say, "Yay, you know, just wanted to personally welcome you to our Unlimited Profits family. I'm looking forward to getting to know more about you. Can't wait to connect with you. Let me know how I can help." And they're going, all they hear is help. And pretty soon I've got 10 people from Nigeria asking me for money. They have no idea what Unlimited Profits is. So really, you know, kind of make sure you're communicating with them. Don't be so desperate to get a lead in your back office that you're just putting anybody in there. Okay? Danielle's cracking up there. So I'm going to open it up. I want everybody to unmute their mics for a second here.
Okay, I would like to add that, I know that's hilarious, but I'd like to add that, you know, when you see them in the back office, get them on a Google Hangout and show the back office. Everybody that I've shown the back office are going through, and they're very excited about the training.
Right. That is really important. And you know, I have to admit, I haven't done that with everybody. But with some people, I know they're technically okay. You know, they know how I can say go to this link and log in. And I make sure that they're able to log in. Then I make sure that they know where those videos are under the Start Here tab, and make sure that they know to check them off. And if I see that they're doing it okay on their own, I'll let them. I'm not going to wait a week. I'm not going to wait 3 days. But I'm going to, you know, I will walk people through that are having a hard time. But I like to work with people who are kind of self-sufficient. They know where to find the training. They know how to log in. You don't have to give them the website 10 times for them to log in. So that's just me. You know, I've done it the hard way for a long, long time. But honestly, there are so many people coming in so fast, I don't have time to walk everybody through that back office. So kudos to you, Susan, for being able to do that. Anything else? Anything else? Anybody else?
Can I second that one? Because it is hilarious. And I mean, sincerely, you know, we have so many people, and it's not to take it away from other countries, but they're challenged. And you're going to know that they're sorting and getting better. Don't be just so desperate just to get somebody in so you can say, ta-da, I've got somebody in, either, because that is not the goal. And we want to help everybody. But somebody asked me that this morning and about talking to people in other countries, and I was just kind of very frank, and I said, honestly, I'm not even focused there right now. There's so many millions of people I can talk to that are here that I can communicate with right now. For me personally, I don't want to think about worrying about other countries. Not that I don't want to go there and work with them, but you know, we have so many people we can talk to that will comprehend.
Right. Right. If somebody can't understand, I'm going to mute you, Danielle, because we got feedback from you. Thank you. If people can't understand how to get to a website, if they can't follow instructions, I'll tell you, I'm looking for people who are coachable, trainable, and can follow instructions. If you give them a link and you tell them to enter their name, email, and phone number, and they don't know how to do that, I don't have time. I've had people that just would write me constantly throughout the day, I don't understand, I don't understand. I can't take my time away from you guys to be doing that with people. So, I'm sorry. I'm going to find somewhere in my life, somehow in my life, that I am going to be able to go and help those people somehow one day. But right now, I've got to help those who I have in front of me. So, anyways, with that said, I want to say thank you very much for spending time with me today and for checking in. Miss all you that are watching this later or haven't popped on with us. I love each and every one of you. I'm so proud of you, and just know that I'm here to serve you. Love you guys. Bye.